For decades, Canada and the United States have been close allies in trade and defense. However, recent developments have put a strain on this historic relationship. What if Canada decided to pivot away from the US and towards Europe? Could Canada actually become a member of the European Union? Let's dive into this fascinating scenario, exploring the political tensions, legal hurdles, and potential benefits of such a bold move. The rising tensions by 2025, tensions between Canada and the US reached an all-time high, largely due to former President Donald Trump's tariffs and policies. We're considering a 25% tariff on Mexico and Canada because they're allowing. This tension, fueled by trade disputes and defense disagreements, has led Canada to reconsider its reliance on its southern neighbor. Under Prime Minister Mark Carney, Canada is pushing back against the US tariffs, refusing to accept the 25% duty on its exports. Many Canadians are questioning whether it's time to redefine their country's global alliances. The trade war escalates Trump's decision to double import tariffs on Canadian metals, following Ontario's move to impose a 25% tariff on electricity exports to the US, further escalated tensions. While Trump initially threatened to raise tariffs on Canadian steel and aluminium to 50%, he later backed down. However, the damage was done. As a result, Canada has been strengthening ties with the European Union, even exploring the possibility of EU membership. A bold new direction? You heard that right, Canada joining the European Union is now a topic of serious discussion. Amid threats from the Trump administration to absorb Canada as the US's 51st state, many Canadians and Europeans are calling for Canada to break away from Washington's influence and formally align with Europe. Social media is abuzz with posts like, "Canada, you're like Europe's bigger, cooler sibling. Time to make it official. Join the EU." Could this be the beginning of a new chapter in Canada's international relations? The EU membership debate. Could Canada actually join the European Union? While Canada shares cultural and economic similarities with Europe, its geographical distance presents a challenge. However, this hasn't stopped supporters from advocating for a transatlantic partnership. Today, we'll explore whether this move is legally and politically feasible, along with its potential benefits and drawbacks. Quick reminder before we continue, don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications, and give this video a like. Your support helps us bring you more deep dives into global politics. Now, let's get back to the discussion. Why Canada fits the EU model? Advocates argue that Canada would make a great EU member. With its European-style public healthcare system, bilingual culture, English and French, and NATO membership, Canada aligns well with European values. In his first official trip abroad, Prime Minister Mark Carney met with French President Emmanuel Macron and UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer to discuss Trump's actions, reinforcing Canada's European ties. His visit sparked conversations about Canada's historical and cultural connections to Europe. Carney stated, "We want to ensure that France and all of Europe work closely with Canada, the most European of non-European countries." A recent poll showed that 44% of Canadians support joining the EU, while 34% oppose it. That's a significant number in favor of a major geopolitical shift. Is it even possible? EU law presents a major obstacle. According to Article 49 of the Treaty on the European Union, only European states can apply for membership. However, the treaty doesn't clearly define what qualifies as a European state. In 1992, a European Commission document highlighted the importance of geographical, historical, and cultural ties. While Europe has previously admitted non-contiguous territories like Cyprus, Canada's lack of membership in the Council of Europe is a key roadblock. Could a change in EU law make an exception for a nation like Canada? The precedents, Turkey and Morocco. Turkey has been an official EU candidate for years, despite stalled negotiations. Meanwhile, Morocco's 1987 application was rejected because it wasn't geographically European. Similarly, Canada's lack of geographical proximity and Council of Europe membership makes accession unlikely under current rules. But unlike Morocco, Canada has strong political and economic ties to European nations. Could that be enough to justify a policy shift? Could the rules change? Legal experts suggest that while Canada doesn't meet the EU's traditional criteria, exceptions can always be made. A significant political shift or a new legal framework could open the door for Canada's membership. However, Canada would need a strategic approach to navigate this complex process. If public and political support continues to grow, Europe may find itself reconsidering the rigid definition of a European state. What would Canada need to change? Joining the EU wouldn't be simple. Canada would have to adopt regulations on labor laws, environmental policies, and economic structures, including a 48-hour maximum workweek, strict environmental standards, compliance with the EU banking union, replacing its current supply management system with the EU's common agricultural policy, aligning its trade tariffs with EU policies, including on US goods. These changes could significantly impact Canada's economy, particularly its agricultural and trade sectors. Would Canadians be willing to accept these shifts in exchange for EU membership? The symbolism of an EU application, even if Canada's membership were ultimately rejected, applying to join the EU would be a powerful statement. It would demonstrate Canada's willingness to move away from US dominance and seek new alliances. It would also send a message to Washington that Canada has other options and won't be bullied by American policies. Could this be the wake-up call that forces the US to change its approach towards Canada? Final thoughts: will Canada actually join the European Union? While legal and geographical barriers make it unlikely under current rules, political shifts could change the landscape. Regardless, the debate itself highlights the growing strain in US-Canada relations and Canada's desire to assert its sovereignty. What do you think? Should Canada join the European Union? Could a new political climate make this idea a reality? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into global politics. Thanks for watching.